Hi, BookTube. Bill Rutenberg here with the Rutenberg Library. Come to you this afternoon on this hot June day. Got to go to baseball practice here soon, and that is not going to be fun. It is going to be humid and hot, but that's okay because I got a bit of a mail haul for you. It was a couple weeks ago. I put my name into a contest over at Paul's Reads and Reviews. He does reviews on fiction books. He likes to read a lot of horror books, but I put my name into a drawing he had because he hit 200 subscribers. And at the end of the month, at the end of May, he took all the names of everybody that entered, and all we had to do was shoot a video that said what our top 5 books were for 2020 that we had read so far. And he'd put our names into this cup, and he pulled 3 names out, and we got our choice of 3 different books, and I actually got the book that I wanted of the 3, and so that was pretty cool. And so anyway, that book came in the mail today, and so thank you to Paul over at Paul's Reads and Reviews. I really appreciate that. And the book that I got out of his contest, his drawing, was Stephen King's The Bazaar of Bad Dreams, collection of short stories. I really like Stephen King. I think he's a pretty good writer, very descriptive, feeds the imagination. And so this book, just to I'll read you the inside cover here. So, master storyteller at his best, Stephen King delivers a generous collection of stories, several of them brand new, featuring revelatory autobiographical comments on when, why, and how he came to write or rewrite each story. Since his collection, Night Shift, was published 35 years ago, Stephen King has dazzled readers with his genius as a writer of short fiction. In this new collection, he assembles 20 stories, some of which have never appeared in print, some of which King has revisited and revised. He introduces each with a passage about its origins or his motivations for writing it. There are thrilling connections between stories, themes of morality, the afterlife, guilt, what we would do differently if we could see into the future or correct the mistakes of the past. Afterlife is about a man who died of colon cancer and keeps reliving the same life, repeating his mistakes over and over again. Several stories feature characters at the end of life, revisiting their crimes and misdemeanors. Other stories address what happens when someone discovers that he has supernatural powers. The columnist who kills people by writing their obituaries in obits. The old judge in The Dune who, as a boy, canoed to a deserted island and saw names written in the sand. The names of people who then died in freak accidents. Immorality, King looks at how a marriage and 2 lives fall apart after the wife and husband enter into what seems, at first, a devil's pact they can win. Magnificent, eerie, utterly compelling, the stories in The Bazaar of Bad Dreams comprise one of King's finest gifts to his constant reader. I made them especially for you, says King. Feel free to examine them, but please be careful. The best of them have teeth. And so this should be fun. Like I said, a nice little collection of stories that make you shiver a little bit. And this will go really well with what I'm starting to try to do on my channel. I'm starting to, as you guys know, I read a ton of nonfiction over here, and that's my primary genre that I read. And so I've been trying to branch out into other genres. So last month I picked out a science fiction book, and I read that, The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Thought that was great. Matter of fact, the further I get from that reading, the more I think I enjoyed it. So I wanted to try out another example of science fiction. So I asked a few of you with channels out there, some ideas on some science fiction, and I got some titles. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to check with my local library and make sure I can get those titles, or at least 1 or 2 of the titles, and maybe draw out of a hat. And next month in July, I'm going to read a science fiction. And then now that I got this in the mail, I think in August I will dip into the horror genre and see what can happen there. See if I enjoy that. Now, I think I will enjoy it just because of Stephen King. I love Stephen King. Like I said, very descriptive stuff. I really enjoy his stuff. So I think I will like That's my guess anyway. So this is going to continue that idea of branching out into other genres. So thank you for watching BookTube. I know it was a small mail haul, but that's okay. Small ones could be good too. Thank you to Paul over at Paul's Reads and Reviews. I appreciate you drawing my name out and getting a free book. So BookTube, until next time, you have a great day and happy reading.